Heyo, 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 heyo. What's up? It's the Hydra Dragons, and we're coming in straight into the action. The server session has expired, so I'll have to reload. But we have loaded up, and I will show you in just a moment when it loads. My internet should be running good now. It just came back on. We have loaded up another $160 point, and we're not going to spend it on the city. Which I will get to these castles. I will get to these castles later, but basically with all these, I'm just going to extend the architect and, extend them super far and, really take value in. But for these cities, which those are a little bit more important than just the regular castles, even though castles become cities, all those are sitting full. And we are going to boom, boom. Because right now, if you look at the event, buildings are half price, regards from the Glades. And also on top of that being half price, they are also 70% building costs. So as you can see, I click a building and it barely takes any resources. Actually, you can actually look at the resources it will take. Barely any resources. So now is the time to really spend on upgrading and, taking advantage of this. Which, of course, I'm going to get my keep up. I'm going to get that up. And then I'm going to focus on just resource buildings, because throughout this event I'm going to be spending quite a bit of gold, and the main thing is, subordinate. Oh, I misspelled that. Nice. But let's go ahead and do training rounds for that. Complete research. It's all real cheap research. Foundry. And, just do some of the key buildings. Which, of course, this city's really outside of the fray, so it doesn't necessarily need a lot of, But, yeah. And I'm just going to focus on really just upgrading cities. And, they are quite expensive, as you can see. But with them being so cheap, I feel like I can get... Plus, the architect doesn't take them leveled to this extent. And you're getting, like, triple value of the architect right now. By using it. And I still haven't even gotten below... Because I had 2,000 starting gold. And on the first city, I haven't even gotten below that 2,000. So it's really not expensive. But anyways, I think the university's where I'm going to end off. And then, because of course I'll have to come back later and I'll probably level it out. But let's go to Supernova 8. And yes, they need a Nora too, so I will go ahead and research that. Foundry level 10. Which, what does that say, the description? Development or the watering of the fields increases effectively of production. Yeah. Oh, I gotta finish it. And since you should always be researching something, I guess the next thing I'll research is something for resource production. Because even though those aren't half off, they're still pretty cheap, and you might as well get it done while it's free, and everything. So the barracks on these are already pretty much maxed out. Other than the fact, my goal is to have all barracks at level 30 by the end of this. But unfortunately, I don't want to, ignore the simple fact that I have to produce the resources to get to that level. So I'm going to definitely level them up kind of in unison so they really come together and work out well. I was debating on whether I should, spend any more on this server, because it is kind of a long shot towards actually winning the war. But it's fun, and And you can just see, with these upgrades, nothing is, barely any resources being used. And it's just amazing how little resources being used. You save so much. But my main goal, and what I'm mainly going to work on, is building another city. And I'm wanting to see if I can build it for, getting another city for less than what I originally intended, which I might actually wait on the city. I might wait on building it, because there's no real need in getting because it's going to be next to my other city, so there's no real need in getting it up. And the forts I'm building really need some time to recruit units, and I want them to be completely maxed out before I actually build the city. So I think that's about all it can take. I mean, maybe if I finish this one, finish that one, I can do one more, set one more on the timer. Yeah, that's all it got. And then this one got offensive tactics, so this one's gonna go up even further. But I mean, really, just city development is the main important thing here. And I'm gonna go to the forts, and you see what I'm doing here with the forts, which this one's gonna need a university upgrade, which is probably gonna take a lot of the, I think it's gotta be level 15 to get the next 10. But I'm gonna focus on getting everything to where it's yeah, but you just gotta really see, I'm trying to get everything to the same level, and it is really, really gold extensive. I mean, that's why I'm like, it is really gold expensive. That's why I was like, you know what, I might as well. Which I guess I'll throw in a town hall there, even though it's only like a 4-hour upgrade. And let's see here. So these ones already have the, which I don't know how that got such which I mainly, they haven't been, and I know what you guys are saying, oh, all your resources are full. Well, if you look at my forts, you can tell that they haven't been full for long. They have been, idle by waiting on this event. So in the time resources I lost by not upgrading, I have saved in that retrospect of, just having so much to, which mainly what I'm focusing on right now is getting the levels of the foundries and the stone cutters and the carpentry and everything up, because that's going to be my main important, into actually growing. And which, of course, I'm down to the last city that is on, which that's going to be all that road. I'm down to the last city, and I spent, in that little run, I spent roughly 10,000 gold, but, gained, oh, I guess I forgot, how did I skip over that? Supernova 6. Oh, that's weird. Let's go ahead and get the Yeah. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good right now. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. Because that one had... There, now to do all the forts. Some of these I might extend out, but no, I'm going to go ahead and complete them for instant, Which these will be real cheap. They won't cost too much. They won't cost too much. They won't cost too much at all, so I'll go ahead and do them. Basically, to take full advantage of the event, you need gold. And let's go ahead and get this barracks up so I can start pumping troops out of here. Because right now it produces at the level of 5 castles, but it doesn't produce troops at the level of 5 max castles. Gonna get some emeralds, which is awesome. May use the emeralds it finds. Yeah, I guess right now I'm gonna focus on barracks so I can start producing troops. Because I'm not gonna build that city until later on. But, I might not even, worry about the dang city. Getting all the castles ready. I might just focus on little stuff like that, It's so cheap to instantly finish it. I don't really see the point in extending unless you're not going to be back for a while and you want to take advantage of the... But I'll be upgrading this later on today after I wake up after sleeping. I'll come back and... But it's just so cheap. It's just so good. Excellent. I bet you, I can do some of these. And just when it gets down to 400, and then of course, boom, which on a fortress it's so nice because you don't have any research blockers. I mean, you can just go straight to the point. And let's finish this, and that'll be done up about the time I get up. I probably won't be back on in between work but I'm gonna label the forts I'm planning on building. This one's done. This one has max forts, but probably 1. Yeah, so instead of doing, well, no, I guess I better do buildings, because there ain't no point in not taking advantage when I can just recruit after the event. Now, usually walls aren't necessarily important, because as long as you have a trinkle defense, you can take out the troops. Admitted walls will get them down faster, so that is kinda, there's a certain level of strategy to it. Fort grade. A lot of research to be done on this one. Yeah. Probably gonna take a chunk of it on the research, because the research isn't discounted. I'm gonna go ahead and set the tether loom. Yeah. Let's see if I can get the subjects out of the red. No, probably not. But subjects in the red is not a bad thing in this game. You know, that just means you have... I'm gonna go ahead and get the farm going. And that should be all, since I got some more subjects to burn. This is my defense fort. I use it for mainly defensive linemen, and it's off in the distance, so it's not really important. But yeah, let's see if my cities have... So the main goal of this is going to be to build that fort. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Those forts right there. And I don't really have to name them something else, because, you know, they're pretty... But to build them to max, and I'm not sure how much it's going to be. But ideally, I'd like to not spend more than 160, as I could have just bought a city for that price.